Yeah. Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Bring Jesus in and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth. Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 35 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip up the Atlantic coast of America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, we're here at our Superfly camp spot. Great night last night, quiet. However, tip for cycle touring, watch the thorns. Chris has 2 flats this morning. His new nickname is Flats. That's there's no trail names for cycle tourists, but we're gonna start it. So yeah, no good. We're gonna try to pump them up and just get back out to the highway. And there's a bike shop just literally right around the corner. So we're gonna try and find some tubes when they open. But yeah, I have no idea what we have in store for the day. We're gonna try to make it like 37 miles to a campground up near Currituck. And don't know if we'll make it that far or if we'll make it farther. But you'll know more of that before we do right about now. All right, flats are repaired. Breakfast is next on the menu. It looks like we're going to Stack 'em High pancakes and so forth. Bike shop's right around the corner from there, so let's go. All right, so we stopped here at Stack 'em High. Best decision we could have made. This was a great breakfast. The owner was super friendly. The line was like, I mean, we had to wait through 15 other people ordering, but when we sat down, the drinks came fast, the food came fast, they cleared tables fast. It was a really good breakfast. Anyway, we got to go to the bike shop now, and you'll see more of that right about now. All right, so we stopped in here to the bike barn, and they had everything I needed. I was able to get some tubes. Chris went ahead and bought 2 of the tubes for me that I had given him from his bike, from his different flats and whatnot. I got like this new little tire lever. I got 2 Park Tool levers. Huge selection here. I was actually surprised at the selection that's here. And Mike has actually done a ride from Key West up there through Canada also. He owns the place and runs it. But yeah, if you're riding the East Coast Greenway, this is definitely a place to stop and check out. Saw the Google reviews, everything looked good, and we're glad we stopped here. So, yep, now we're headed to the Wright Brothers Memorial, and you'll see more of that right about now. What? So yeah, we stopped here and 4 cyclists rode in that are riding together. They said they were up to 12 at one point in time. But there are 4 now. There's actually a 5th that went ahead to Walmart. And they are Johnny, Nick, Sanjay, and Jules. They have come from San Diego to St. Augustine, Florida. And now they're going north. Crazy, crazy. But the kitty litter bucket's like able to kind of swap some stories there, so super cool. Anyway, we're gonna go check out the monument now.
All right, so that is the monument. That's the monument to the Wright brothers. It's the Wright brothers Memorial Monument, and there's this big loop around that looks pretty cool. As far as riding, there's a lot of little spaces here that we can kind of stop and relax. There's a walking path up to the top to read it. I'm going to try to get some like video of each side of it and maybe zoom in on it. I don't know whether we're going to walk up there or not. It's probably a 75-foot hill. But yeah, the sign that I read in the bathroom earlier said there are two moments that are synonymous with aviation achievement. One is this memorial, and the other is on the moon. And I was like, man, that's crazy. You know, that's really cool that we're at one of the two largest well-known places with aviation history. And the fact that we camped so close to it last night is kind of cool too. I bought that sticker that says, you know, the coordinates of this area, and so I was like, oh, that's neat. I have a kind of a little memory of where I was on this day. So yeah, we're gonna ride around this monument. I think coming up here in just a minute as we come around is an actual like memorial glider. So we were standing inside and saw this sign that this diagram or whatever, it kind of shows where they flew at. And the first flight, like Wilbur flew, and it went to the 1 marker, and then the second flight it was to the 2 marker, and the third flight it was to the 3 marker, and finally the 4th flight he ended up flying for, I want to say like 698 feet, 59 seconds. So almost a full minute in the air. And they had like the witnesses and everything, but yeah, right out the window there, like you were seeing, it's pretty neat. I could look at that diagram and then look up and actually see the spot where the very first flight of all time took place. So yeah, it was really neat meeting the guys back there. They were doing the southern tier, so they did it in 41 days from San Diego to St. Augustine. They were going like 80 to 100 miles a day. And then in St. Augustine, they turn north and they're going to Maine. So they're taking kind of the East Coast Greenway and some other sections like we are headed up. But they're now up to 100 miles a day each day before they stop. And no thank you. That's a little too many miles for me. But we exchanged all our contact info, and hopefully we'll be able to keep up with them and follow their journey as well. But yeah, I'm rolling up to the plane now, so I'm going to throw in some footage of it here, and then kind of footage, time-lapse footage back around the rest of the circle. You'll see more of that right about now. So Orville and Wilbur Wright were actually bicycle mechanics, and that's a bike hub right here on the plane. They kind of converted over some of their bicycle stuff to make a lot of the stuff for the plane, which I thought was super interesting. The tie between cycling and flying. See, would have never been in an airplane if it wasn't a bicycle first. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. Alright, so we just rolled into the Sunoco gas station here. And they have an arcade that is literally the best arcade I've ever seen. Like, everything is brand new, all brand new games. One half of it's arcade. They've got a laundromat. They've got Hunt Brothers Pizza, you know. Too bad I already got Subway earlier. Like, all the things that are just... We stepped inside and it was like going back to childhood. Just a really strange feeling. It's a really nice arcade. Anyway, it's just out here in the middle of nowhere on the Currituck Peninsula. Fighting the wind earlier on the bridge was rough. We ended up going to Walmart, got a few things. I got a new bike pump. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can't see it from this side. I got a new bike pump. I got several other things. Some Q-tips and whatnot. And then, yeah, we've just been kind of hoofing it through all this rush hour traffic, 5 p.m. on a Friday. It's coming up on 7 now, and we've got an hour left. It's 6:53. I guess we've got till about 7:53 before it's going to be dark. So yeah, got to find somewhere to be pretty quick. I don't think we're going to make the other campground, but either way, you guys will see more of that in just a minute. All right, well, that's it for the day. So we rolled into a marsh here. The traffic on 158 was just terrible, so we took kind of a back road. But we found a nice little spot. Looks like maybe Chris has another front flat tire. Yikes. We'll get that fixed first thing in the morning, but I'm going to cut the video here for the day. We pedaled hard into the wind all day. I think we went like 37 miles. So if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description. And I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and I know you don't either. So let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. And this is the REACCT Tour, R-E-A-C-C-T, Redeeming Eden Atlantic Coast Cycle Tour, so I need your help. I need you to react. Like the videos on YouTube, comment on YouTube, share the videos on your social media profiles, and then subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's going to go a long way in helping build Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. And don't forget, Redeeming Eden is a non-profit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I will also leave a donation link to them in the description, and you can go there. You can find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. Or you can go back and watch the day one video from this series, the REACCT Tour. So yeah, from here in a hammock on the Currituck Peninsula, in a marsh. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Yeah.
Sunshine. Well, hers being good. You want to move her like right here so I can... Come here, baby.